Hey guys, Viggoman here and welcome back to another episode from Rovitz. This will be the final one and we're going to be looking at everything that we have created during our latest project, which is what you see right in front of us. It's a small medieval village with a little castle. We have all sort of professions, we have farms, fields, and all other kind of things you would find in a small medieval settlement or village like this one. I have already uploaded plenty of videos where we go into detail for every single building here, as well as a nice cinematic with a nice bird's eye view. So if that is interesting and if you want to see that, make sure to check out my channel and find those videos there. For today's episode, we're going to be walking along the streets, looking at the different buildings, see some of the details, of course, and just get a better feeling of what the village of Rovitz actually is like. So what we will do, it's basically just start here with a first-person point of view camera and start from this end, start from, let's see, I think this is the south? Yes, this is the south here. Actually, let's get an overview here. Here we can see the entire village. It's kind of placed on a little crossroads where we have the roads leading from the lake up here to this river delta area, and here we're gonna have, yeah, there could possibly be like a new road going over here to some farmlands. This little drawbridge or ferry thing here, rope ferry, and then the roads will continue over to this section over here along the fertile river landscape here, and also up to the mountains. So it's like in a little bit of a crossroad between everything on this map, and hopefully we will get built more stuff along the roads here eventually. And the first building we have here is the brewery, which is one of my favorite like standalone buildings here. Of course the castle is amazing, but I really like this building on its own. It's small, it's big enough though. We have some little orchard back here, and it just has a lot of character. So I really recommend checking out the video where we built this one, because as I said, it's one of my favorite and you guys really seem to like it as well. So nice and yellow. There's a lot of areas inside for some brewing action, as well as a basement where or cellar where we store stuff here with a nice vaulted ceiling as so. Next to that we have some fields. We have one over here, which is for like potatoes, I think, or carrots. Let's take a close look. I don't know, maybe it's wheat or something. Over here we have also like an enclosure for sheep and so on. Very cool. And as you can see, there's just like a bunch of fields everywhere. We have some wheat, we have some apple orchards. I believe this is carrots, thyme, more wheat, more enclosures. There's a ton of these things here, which overall just creates a more realistic and more immersive medieval vibe, in my opinion. Along the river here and the road, we have some small docks for riverboats to come up here, dock here with loads, maybe from mentioned the lake over here. So maybe there will be like some swamp villages or other settlements upwards the stream or downwards, and they can come up here and bring goods into Rovitz. Maybe the Lord up there has some goods he needs to have brought from exotic places, who knows. Next to that we have some farmhouses here, just a small one, and then this one here, which is the bathhouse. So this one is really cool as well. It's very inspired by Kingdom Come, so if you haven't played that game, recommend playing it. I haven't finished it myself, so you guys better make me do that, because I really should. But there's these small tents here with a little bathtub inside, which I really like. Very iconic, I think. And it's built right next to the river. A cute little house as well. I like this place a lot. And as soon as you come into the village here, so dirty travelers will come in here, get a bath before they move to the tavern or something. And here we have a little crossroad. We can go this way and go up towards the castle and the inn and stuff like that. And we can follow this place here and get like to more of the rural areas where we have more farms, a lot of farmhouses here. So this one here is another farmhouse. This one is lovely. I love the small wooden ones actually, even though they're the plainest ones. They just have such a unique atmosphere and character to them. I really do like them. And this one has like some pig enclosures, some wheat fields in the back, and stuff like that. we have other houses here. This is a little bakery. We have the tavern and other farmhouses alongside here. We're going to get to all of those eventually. Just want to show you the back side here of the rural parts, or most rural parts. We have some fields, more fields, wheat fields mostly, barley fields as well. And then we have the latest edition, the ruined brewery here, which is on the opposite side of the first one, along the river here. And hopefully eventually these roads here will lead to somewhere, maybe more fields and a little hamlet over there, who knows. Sky's the limit, I suppose. So there's just like a lot of roads going everywhere, and we have some trees in between just to break the skyline, this line of sight a little bit as well, and of course just immerse you a little bit more. Here we have a blacksmith. This is also one of my favorite standalone buildings. It's heavily inspired by Henry's father's blacksmith in Kingdom Come. It's the first 20 minutes of the game, and it just kind of, the image of that one really just stuck with me, so I tried to take some inspiration from that. And then of course a little house adjacent to that for the living quarters and such. Really cool. I love these immersive little interiors that we do around here. And next to that we have more farming houses, such as this one with some fields. A lot of different things. This is cotton. I think this is cotton. And this could be some sort of spice or herbs. And in the back we have a little enclosure for sheep or pigs. Probably pigs because it's quite small. A massive old oak tree, which is really awesome. Yeah, there's just like these small backyards for every single build as well, which again makes it feel more alive and more personal, I suppose. Over here we have the mill, the water mill, which is where we grind up all of the wheats and barley and other planting stuff grown around the village here. So we have this massive mill here, which looks awesome. I love this design so much, for making flour and stuff. And yeah, here we have the wheel actually outside as well, which is really awesome. Like that. And then we have the rope ferry here. Someone of you suggested I added that, and I love that idea. And it's something I haven't done in the past, so it was a little bit of a challenge. And you know I like those, so I tried myself on a little bit of a very simple ferry design, and I kind of like it with a rope and such. I will eventually try to upload this map here, maybe not the entire map, but a section of it, so it's not that big for you guys. I'm not entirely sure if I want to make it public for everyone or just for my patrons, so I will get back to that once I have figured that out. And what I want to do is to create a little bit of an Easter egg for you guys to explore and see if you can find. So I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to get to that eventually, and then I will upload it so you guys can take a look for that. Now here's the main street as we're walking past. This is a tavern here, this is a little bakery, and we have carpenters. I think this is a mason, stonemason, yeah, or yeah, specialist in carving statues and such. What else? Yeah, we have the farmhouse I showed you, we have a general store. This is a little farm thing, I believe, for chickens and such. I think, yeah, there's a little chicken coop and there are turnips and all that sort of stuff. Behind here we have the inn, which is one of the bigger buildings in the town here. And on the inside there's like some areas for the guests and visitors to hang out. Like we have tables, a little bar and stuff, as well as rooms you could rent for the travelers. So it's a nice place to just rest. And next to that we have the house, living quarters, I guess, for the family running here, the innkeeper and such. Then we have a little house for an apiary, so we have a lot of beehives, so we will get some honey and wax and stuff for candles and food and sweets, I suppose, back here, which is really nice. Lovely little building here, built on a complete diagonal, 45 degree, which is always challenging, but it's a lot of fun. So try to add a few of those in my builds. Next to that we have the church of the town, which is Very cool. This is one, I think every building is one of my favorite. But this one is also very, I'm very fond of it because it's not like too extreme. It's just like a subtle, gentle little church. It doesn't make too much out of itself, but again, it feels grand, and it does have like a little bit of an oomph to it. I think it's not too bad. And there's a graveyard, of course, and all that sort of stuff next to it. I'm going over this quite fast, guys. Hope you guys don't mind. But again, if you want details, make sure to check out the other videos so you can see everything in all its glory. We also have a tanner in the back here for leather and such. Fields, trees, rivers. It's kind of tricky going over everything without just getting immersed in everything. Super detailed, oriented and stuff. Here we have the butcher, I think. This is also built in the slopes, and again, it looks awesome when you have like a basement which is built into the ground like this. So it has a nice backyard where we have the butchering areas like this, some storage areas for the meat, for drying them, and all that sort of stuff. And of course the house for the butcher as well in here. And then we're moving up to the more exciting things. I think everything is exciting, but some of you really enjoy the castles. So here we have a castle ruin of an older settlement, older castle that was built on this little hill. And it's mainly just a tower left, and who knows, maybe it was a massive castle, or maybe it was just like a little tower keep with a little bailey or something. But it looks pretty awesome, and tells a little bit of a story and some kind of mystery, I guess, as well. And then we have the castle, the jewel here. It's massive, well, not compared to my other castles, but it's massive compared to the houses here. It's built on this wonderful hill with a nice view over everything. It's pretty gothic and detailed, and really scares away enemies, I think. It's built in a way to show power, but again, it's not like over the top, because Rovitz is small and we can't afford everything here, you know. So we're trying to balance a fine line between detailed and gorgeous, as well as simplistic and smaller. So I think we find the sweet spot here, and yeah, I really like this building here, especially with the top bit here, the wood, and also these detailed dormers with brass or I guess it's copper. The courtyard is also really awesome, the way it's such a small one, and kind of, yeah, you feel very small in here when you look up at the other parts of the castle here. And we have all these sorts of interior bits. I'm going to show you some of them just to get a sneak peek of what you can see here. So we have the feast hall, a little tea room adjacent to that, and there's many other rooms as you progress towards the top of the castle. And that is it for that super quick tour. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and again, if you really want to see everything in detail, I recommend you going back to the previous videos of this project and just looking at it. I'll take you to the updates of every single building and the detailed tour of everything, so you will see everything. There's nothing hidden anywhere. So make sure you do that if you're interested, and of course, as always, please do hit that like button, and if you haven't done already, please subscribe. It's been Viggoman, and I'm out.